Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you with a simple truth that has the power to change the course of your life if you allow it. The world we live in is filled with distractions, challenges, and constant noise. It's easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, and uncertain of where to start. But let me tell you something. Today is the day to take control, to harness your potential, and to align yourself with the life you've always dreamed of. Clarity of purpose is the cornerstone of every successful life. Without it, individuals often find themselves drifting through life, reacting to circumstances rather than actively shaping their own futures. When you have clarity of purpose, every decision, every action, and every step you take is aligned with the vision of what you truly want to achieve. It provides you with direction, the energy to overcome obstacles, and the focus to cut through the noise that surrounds us every day. Having a clear purpose begins with the realization that success does not come by accident or random chance. It's the result of deliberate planning, intention, and a consistent drive toward a well-defined goal. The absence of clarity is like being in a boat without a rudder. You may move, but you're at the mercy of the current, and you'll never reach a destination of your choosing. Clarity allows you to determine the path to take, and more importantly, it eliminates the ambiguity that often leaves people feeling stuck or overwhelmed. To gain clarity of purpose, you must first ask yourself the fundamental question, what do I truly want? It's not enough to answer this question with vague ideas like, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy. These are general aspirations, but they don't provide the level of specificity needed to create a clear, actionable plan. Success, happiness, and fulfillment must be defined on your terms. And to do so, you need to understand what success in your life looks like. What kind of work excites you? What kind of relationships do you want to build? What impact do you wish to have on others? These are the kinds of questions that lead to clarity. Once you have identified your desired outcomes, it's important to break them down into actionable steps. Success isn't achieved by simply wishing for something. It's achieved through hard work and sustained effort. You must create a roadmap that guides your decisions and actions. This includes setting short-term goals that align with your long-term aspirations, creating specific, measurable outcomes, and establishing a clear timeline for your achievement. Having a clear purpose also provides a source of motivation that fuels persistence. On the journey toward any goal, you'll encounter difficulties. There will be days when progress seems slow or impossible, and you may even experience setbacks that make you question the worth of your efforts. But with a clear purpose in mind, you can weather these storms. The larger vision will keep you going when the path gets tough. When your actions are tied to a deep and meaningful purpose, you can overcome fatigue, frustration, and doubt, pushing forward with unwavering determination. The clarity of purpose also enhances your decision-making ability. When you know what you want, it becomes easier to prioritize your time and energy. You won't be distracted by irrelevant opportunities or pulled in directions that don't serve your mission. Every decision becomes simpler as it's measured against the larger vision you've created for your life. For example, if your purpose is to build a successful business, you'll automatically start to filter out activities and people that don't align with your entrepreneurial goals. Your purpose serves as a powerful filter that helps you stay on track and avoid being sidetracked by the trivial or unnecessary. The clarity of purpose also fosters confidence. When you are clear about where you are going, your actions become more intentional and focused. You stop second-guessing yourself or feeling insecure about your direction. Even when challenges arise, you can trust that you are on the right path because you know the ultimate goal you're working toward. The sense of certainty that comes with clarity strengthens your resolve and helps you stay grounded in the face of adversity. In addition, clarity allows you to align your purpose with your values. When your actions are in harmony with your core beliefs, there's a profound sense of inner peace and satisfaction. This alignment ensures that you are not just pursuing success in external terms, but doing so in a way that feels authentic and meaningful to you. Clarity of purpose gives you the freedom to live life on your own terms, rather than being dictated by the expectations of others or the pressures of society. Focused action is the bridge between intention and achievement. It's easy to dream, to set goals, and to imagine a successful future, but turning those dreams into reality requires more than just wishful thinking. It demands deliberate, sustained, and strategic action. Focused action means directing your energy towards specific, impactful tasks that contribute directly to your goals, without letting distractions pull you off course. It's the discipline of choosing the right task and dedicating your time and resources to them with intensity and purpose. At the core of focused action is the concept of alignment. Every action you take must be aligned with your long-term vision. This alignment ensures that each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your desired outcome. In a world filled with constant distractions, staying focused on what matters is about making conscious decisions to invest your energy in things that move you forward instead of being reactive to everything that demands your attention. A key to focused action is the ability to prioritize effectively. There will always be multiple tasks competing for your time. Some may seem urgent, others may appear important, but not all of them are worthy of your immediate attention. One of the most effective ways to focus your energy is by identifying the tasks that will have the greatest impact on your progress. Often, these are tasks that move the needle in significant ways, like reaching out to potential clients, finishing a critical project, or deepening your expertise in an area that aligns with your goals. When you prioritize, you stop wasting time on busy work and start investing in activities that bring measurable results. This requires saying no to distractions, whether they are people, activities, or even self-imposed barriers like perfectionism or fear. The key is recognizing that every moment spent on non-essential activities is time taken away from building the life you desire. Focusing your actions on high-leverage tasks ensures that you are continually moving forward, even if the steps are small. In addition to prioritization, focused action requires a clear structure. It's not enough to simply say, I'll work on this goal. You need a strategy and a detailed plan of action. This plan should break your larger objectives into smaller, more manageable tasks. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your focused action plan may involve writing 500 words a day, outlining the structure, researching key topics, and setting deadlines for revision. Breaking down a big goal into small, actionable steps removes the overwhelming nature of the task and keeps you consistently moving in the right direction. A powerful component of focused action is consistency. The key to achieving anything substantial is showing up day after day and committing to your plan, even when motivation wanes or when other distractions seem more appealing. Success is not built on sporadic bursts of effort, but on the persistent, consistent actions that compound over time. Think of it as the power of incremental progress. If you focus on taking small steps every day, you will see massive results over the long term. Another crucial aspect of focused action is the ability to adapt and adjust. While it's important to stay consistent, you must also be flexible enough to pivot when necessary. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, things may not go as planned. Challenges will arise. Obstacles will appear. Focused action doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a failing plan. Instead, it's about continuously evaluating your progress, identifying what's working, and being willing to adjust your approach when required. Flexibility in execution ensures that you don't lose momentum when faced with challenges. Finally, focused action requires maintaining a mindset of resilience. Even with a clear vision and a structured plan, setbacks and disappointments are inevitable. Focused action means persisting through those setbacks, understanding that they are simply part of the process. The ability to stay committed to your goal despite obstacles is what separates those who ultimately achieve success from those who give up along the way. Resilience in the face of adversity strengthens your determination and helps you stay the course toward your vision regardless of the hurdles. Mastering your mindset is the single most powerful tool you can possess on the journey towards success. Your mindset shapes the way you approach challenges, perceive opportunities, and react to setbacks. It influences how you handle adversity, setbacks, and even how you celebrate success. A strong, positive mindset acts as the foundation upon which all other achievements are built. When you learn to master your mindset, you take control of your life's direction. At the heart of mastering your mindset is the understanding that your thoughts shape your reality. The mind is incredibly powerful. It is capable of building you up or tearing you down depending on how you choose to engage with it. Most people don't realize how much their thoughts influence their outcomes. A negative mindset leads to doubt, fear, and inaction, while a positive, growth-oriented mindset can open up infinite possibilities. The first step in mastering your mindset is recognizing this connection between thought and outcome. One key to mastering your mindset is developing self-awareness. The more aware you are of your thoughts, the more control you gain over them. Many people live on autopilot, letting their minds wander and their negative thoughts dictate their actions, but awareness allows you to catch yourself before your thoughts spiral into negativity. When you notice your thoughts turning negative or self-limiting, you can consciously change them. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," you can replace that thought with, "This is a challenge I can overcome with the right effort and strategy." Another crucial element of mastering your mindset is cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and skills can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn, not as insurmountable obstacles. They embrace failure as a necessary part of the learning process, understanding that every setback brings with it valuable lessons. On the other hand, those with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are static and cannot be changed, making them more likely to give up when faced with difficulty. By adopting a growth mindset, you shift your perception of failure, seeing it as a stepping stone toward success rather than a final destination. In addition to self-awareness and a growth mindset, mastering your mindset involves consciously practicing positive thinking. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that life is always easy, but rather training your mind to focus on possibilities instead of problems. Positive thinking shifts your focus from "I can't," "I can," and it creates an internal environment that fosters creativity, resilience, and confidence. Positive thinking also helps you to reframe negative experiences. When something goes wrong, instead of fixating on what went wrong, a positive mindset allows you to ask, "What can I learn from this?" or "What's the opportunity in this situation?" Another powerful aspect of mindset mastery is the ability to practice gratitude. Gratitude changes the way your brain functions, shifting it from a state of scarcity to one of abundance. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you open yourself up to more opportunities. Practicing gratitude makes you more aware of the blessings in your life, big and small, and helps you maintain perspective even during difficult times. The mindset of gratitude reinforces the idea that life is not happening to you, but rather that you have the ability to create your own circumstances. Building resilience is also key to mastering your mindset. Resilience is the capacity to bounce back from challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. Resilient individuals maintain a sense of optimism and determination. Even when faced with adversity, they don't see failure as permanent, but rather as a temporary setback. Resilience can be developed by practicing mental toughness, learning from your experiences, and maintaining your focus on your long-term goals even when things get tough. It's this inner strength that keeps you moving forward even when the road is difficult. Finally, mastering your mindset requires consistency. Like any other skill, cultivating a positive and resilient mindset takes time and effort. It's not something that happens overnight, but something that must be nurtured day in and day out, practicing positive affirmations, surrounding yourself with uplifting influences, and consistently choosing to think positively are small but significant actions that build a strong, unshakable mindset. Each day you invest in strengthening your mindset, the more powerful it becomes and the more control you gain over the trajectory of your life. Time is an irreplaceable resource, one that is never replenished once it is spent. Every individual has the same 24 hours in a day, yet how those hours are utilized can make the difference between living a life of fulfillment and success or one of frustration and stagnation. Time management is not just about organizing your day, but about being intentional with how you allocate your time to achieve meaningful results. The ability to manage time effectively is a fundamental skill that separates those who achieve their goals from those who struggle to make progress. At the core of effective time management is the recognition that not all tasks are equal. We often waste time on trivial activities that don't contribute to our long-term objectives. The first step in time management is recognizing the importance of prioritization. This involves identifying tasks that directly align with your goals and dedicating time to those activities. The Pareto principle, or the 80/20 rule, is an excellent framework for this. 80% of your results will come from 20% of your activities. By identifying and focusing on the most impactful tasks, you can maximize your results without exhausting yourself in unnecessary pursuits. Prioritization requires a deep understanding of what truly matters to you. Without this clarity, you might find yourself spending too much time on activities that provide short-term satisfaction but contribute little to your long-term success. To effectively manage your time, you need to have a clear vision of your goals and break them down into actionable steps. Once you know what you're working toward, it becomes easier to evaluate which tasks are worth your time and which ones should be delegated, delayed, or removed entirely. Another critical component of time management is planning. Without a clear plan, time can slip away unnoticed, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and unproductive. A daily or weekly plan allows you to structure your time in a way that aligns with your priorities. Start each day by creating a to-do list that outlines your most important tasks and allocate specific time blocks to each activity. This not only helps you stay focused, but it also reduces the likelihood of multitasking, which can often lead to mistakes and inefficiencies. The act of planning also involves setting boundaries for your time. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to get sidetracked by emails, phone calls, or social media notifications. To manage your time effectively, it's essential to establish limits for these distractions. You might choose to check emails only at certain times of the day, or set specific hours for meetings. By controlling the external interruptions, you can protect the time you've designated for important work. Time management also requires the discipline of saying no. Many people struggle to manage their time because they overcommit themselves. Whether it's taking on additional projects or agreeing to attend unnecessary events, saying yes to everything can quickly overwhelm your schedule. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Saying no frees up your time for what truly matters, ensuring that you're not spreading yourself too thin and that you're focusing your energy on activities that align with your goals. An important element of time management is the ability to break down large projects into smaller, more manageable tasks. Large tasks can be overwhelming and lead to procrastination. By breaking them down into smaller, actionable steps, you make progress more tangible and less intimidating. This approach not only makes big projects feel more achievable, but also provides you with a sense of accomplishment as you tick off each task on your list. One of the biggest challenges in time management is overcoming procrastination. Procrastination often arises when tasks feel too difficult, too tedious, or simply too overwhelming. To combat procrastination, one effective strategy is to commit to just 5 minutes of work. By simply starting, you break the inertia, and often once you've begun, you'll find that it's easier to continue. Another useful technique is to set deadlines for yourself. Self-imposed deadlines create a sense of urgency that drives action and helps prevent tasks from dragging on endlessly. Lastly, effective time management includes the ability to reflect and adjust. No plan is perfect, and sometimes things will go awry. At the end of each week or day, take some time to reflect on how you spent your time. Did you accomplish what you set out to do? Were there unexpected distractions or delays? Reflecting on your time allows you to identify areas for improvement and refine your approach. Time management is an ongoing process that requires regular assessment and adjustment to be as efficient and effective as possible. Self-discipline is the ability to control your thoughts, emotions, and actions in the face of external demands to achieve greater personal goals. It is the foundational characteristic that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who merely talk about them. Without self-discipline, the road to success is full of distractions, procrastination, and failure. It is the force that allows you to push past the short-term temptations and stay focused on long-term objectives, consistently performing at a high level even when motivation wanes. Developing self-discipline is not an overnight achievement. It requires time, patience, and effort. But once cultivated, it becomes a powerful ally in achieving any goal. At its core, self-discipline is about mastering your impulses and desires. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. This requires the ability to delay gratification, to recognize that instant pleasures, whether they are food, entertainment, or distractions, can often interfere with achieving larger, more meaningful rewards. It's choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term pleasure. Developing self-discipline means learning to prioritize what matters, even when faced with tempting alternatives. One of the key components of developing self-discipline is setting clear, achievable goals. When you have a specific goal in mind, it becomes easier to stay on course. Goals provide the clarity and motivation necessary to stay disciplined in your actions. A vague, undefined desire for success is not enough to maintain self-discipline. You need a clear vision of where you want to go and a set of concrete steps to get there. By breaking your larger goals down into smaller, manageable tasks, you make the process less overwhelming and more attainable. It's easy to stay disciplined when you know exactly what needs to be done. Along with clear goals, self-discipline also involves managing your environment. Our surroundings have a profound impact on our ability to stay disciplined. If you're trying to write a book but your desk is cluttered with distractions, or if you're trying to eat healthier but you have junk food readily available, the temptation will often win. To develop self-discipline, you need to control your environment in ways that support your goals. This could mean setting up a dedicated, distraction-free workspace, eliminating temptations from your home, or surrounding yourself with people who encourage your success. Your environment either enables or sabotages your discipline, so it's essential to align it with your goals. Another vital aspect of developing self-discipline is consistency. Discipline is not about making one big push toward your goal. It's about showing up day after day and doing the necessary work, even when motivation is low. Consistency is what breeds results. It's the small, consistent actions that add up over time and lead to massive transformation. Whether it's exercising regularly, reading each day, or working on a project, consistency in these small actions helps to form habits. Once a habit is formed, it becomes easier to stay disciplined as the behavior is no longer reliant on willpower alone. In addition to consistency, self-discipline requires the ability to manage your time effectively. Time management and self-discipline go hand in hand. To stay disciplined, you must allocate time for the activities that align with your goals and remove or minimize distractions. Time blooping is a useful technique here. By setting aside specific blocks of time for specific tasks, you commit to focusing solely on that activity during that time. This minimizes the temptation to procrastinate and helps you to stay on track. One of the most important yet challenging aspects of self-discipline is learning to overcome procrastination. Procrastination is often fueled by fear, perfectionism, or a lack of motivation. It's the voice in your head that tells you to delay starting something because it might not be perfect or that you feel more like working later. But in reality, the longer you delay, the harder it becomes to take action. To overcome procrastination, break tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. Start with a small, easy task to build momentum and gradually move on to more challenging activities. The key is to simply start, and the rest will follow. Another strategy for building self-discipline is rewarding yourself for progress. Self-discipline doesn't mean denying yourself all pleasure or enjoyment. It's about finding a balance and rewarding yourself when you reach milestones or complete tasks. These rewards help reinforce disciplined behavior by giving you something to look forward to. However, it's important that these rewards are aligned with your goals. For example, a healthy treat after a workout or a break after completing a productive work session. Lastly, self-discipline requires resilience. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of weakness, but the key is to persevere. When you slip up or make a mistake, don't allow guilt or frustration to derail your progress. Instead, reflect on what went wrong, adjust your strategy if necessary, and move forward with renewed determination. Resilience in the face of challenges is what allows you to maintain self-discipline over the long haul. The people you spend time with, the environments you expose yourself to, and the content you consume play a powerful role in shaping who you become. The principle that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with is not just a saying, it's a profound truth. Our thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes are constantly influenced by the individuals we interact with and the influences we allow into our lives. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is one of the most crucial decisions you can make on the path to personal growth and success. Positive influences, whether they come from people, experiences, or media, nurture a mindset that encourages growth, resilience, and optimism. When you are surrounded by positive individuals, their energy, beliefs, and attitudes tend to rub off on you. If you spend time with individuals who are motivated, focused, and driven, you are more likely to adopt these qualities as well. On the other hand, being around negative, cynical, or disempowered people can drain your energy and erode your sense of self-belief. Negative influences breed doubt, fear, and a tendency to remain stuck in complacency, while positive influences propel you toward your aspirations, constantly encouraging you to take action and keep moving forward. The first step in surrounding yourself with positive influences is to actively choose the people you spend your time with. Take a close look at your inner circle. Are they supportive, uplifting, and aligned with your values and goals? If the people around you do not share the same vision for personal growth and success, it may be time to reassess your relationship. Positive relationships are not only about offering support during good times, but also about lifting each other up during difficult moments. You want people in your life who encourage you to be the best version of yourself, challenge your assumptions in a healthy way, and motivate you to push beyond your limits. It is equally important to seek out mentors and role models. A mentor is someone who has walked the path you are currently on and can offer valuable guidance and wisdom. They provide insight into what it takes to succeed, share their experiences, and help you avoid common pitfalls. Mentors serve as a source of inspiration, but they also act as anchors helping you navigate the challenges that inevitably arise along your journey. By surrounding yourself with individuals who have achieved what you aspire to, you tap into their knowledge and experience, allowing you to learn from their successes and mistakes. In addition to people, the environment you inhabit plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. A cluttered or disorganized space can reflect and reinforce a disorganized mental state, while a clean, orderly environment can foster focus and clarity. Surrounding yourself with positive influences includes organizing your physical space in a way that supports your goals. This might mean creating a dedicated workspace free of distractions or surrounding yourself with inspirational quotes and reminders of your vision. Your physical environment can either help you stay on track or become an obstacle to your progress. Another form of positive influence is the media and content you consume. In today's world, information is readily available, and much of it comes in the form of social media, books, podcasts, and videos. The content you expose yourself to shapes your beliefs and attitudes, so it's important to be intentional about what you consume. Choose content that aligns with your goals and encourages growth. This might include reading books that inspire you, listening to podcasts that provide educational value, or following individuals who motivate you to take positive action. Avoid negative or unproductive content that drags you into a cycle of comparison, frustration, or negativity. Fill your mind with content that fosters a growth mindset and supports your long-term vision. In addition, participating in communities or groups that align with your values and goals can provide a sense of accountability and shared purpose. Whether it's a professional organization, a fitness group, or an online forum for personal development, being part of a positive, like-minded community reinforces the principles of success and growth. These communities can provide support, inspiration, and the shared wisdom of others who are walking the same path. Engaging in these groups helps you build relationships with people who are focused on moving forward, and the collective energy can propel you to greater heights. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is not only about avoiding negativity, but also about actively seeking environments, people, and content that encourage growth, positivity, and progress. It requires a conscious effort to evaluate the relationships, settings, and media that are a part of your life and make decisions that align with your higher purpose. Positive influences uplift your spirit, strengthen your resolve, and keep you on track when obstacles arise. By making intentional choices to surround yourself with positive people and influences, you empower yourself to achieve your goals and create the life you envision. In conclusion, taking control of your life requires a deliberate and consistent effort in key areas such as mastering your mindset, managing your time, developing self-discipline, and surrounding yourself with positive influences. These strategies are not isolated but interdependent, working together to create a strong foundation for success. By staying focused, maintaining a positive outlook, and making intentional choices in how you use your time and energy, you position yourself for lasting growth and achievement. Success is not an accident, but a result of purposeful action, and the power to shape your future lies in your hands.